Welcome back, and there's confirmation of what's been happening so far today. Just seen a all Chinese Taipei men's singles final, and now we're going to have an all Danish men's doubles final. But there's one thing for sure, this will be competitive. There's the route through for the two pairs. Astrup and Rasmussen having to work extremely hard in their quarter-final and the semi-final. Two good wins for them, really. Although they're the seeded pair, they were two very, very difficult pairs. New pairs that haven't yet probably got a realistic ranking, so two good victories to get themselves through to the final. In the other half, a little bit more straightforward for Conrad and Kolding. But this is going to be very interesting, I have to say. Players now ready to come out onto court. Well, it's the younger pair first to make their entry. Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen. They'll be highly, highly motivated for this game, that's for sure. They'll appreciate the opportunity to get a shot at their more highly ranked compatriots. And there they are. That's Conrad. That's Kolding, the tallest player on the circuit at the moment at 2 meters 5. There we have it. Both seeded in the first four here. All these players will be wanting to get the formalities out of the way, get the shuttle in the hand, get hitting. Don't think any player likes this moment, do they, Steve?
No.
Standing around.
Waiting, but yeah, you see Anna Skaarup here, and he's a bit of a showman. Celebrated the entry to the final yesterday with his totally own dancing style.
Slightly senior pair, you'd have to say, European champions. Conrad and Kolding. All right, we're almost there. Just the toss of the coin to go, and we can get started. Well, we're on your specialist subject here, Steen, Danish men's doubles. I'll be taking a bit of a rest in this one, I think. I'll bow to your inside knowledge. There he is, there we see just how tall he is, 2 meters 5, it's impressive. Let's see what happens here.
If they take the serve, they're going to take a lot of heat when they go back home. They do. Well, we're going to have a talk about that afterwards.
Yeah, of course, the younger pair. You've got still got some contact with them, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm still working as a club coach in Denmark, and Anders and Kim play for the same team.
There he is. Anders, 24 years of age, got themselves right up to 11. It's their highest ranking they've had, 11 in the world. Steadily improved over the years, you have to say. They weren't very consistent when they started, but they're on a good run of results now. Very solid performers. Rarely put in a bad performance these days. And this, of course, is a repeat of the European Championships final, when it was the more senior pair that came out on top. But I'm sure Anders and Kim are keen to get another shot at their higher ranked opponents. As I say, they were also members of, well, all four of them were members, of course, of that Thomas Cup winning team. So they did come together well as a team that week. That was probably the key for Denmark, but Not sure they'll be thinking like a team for this one. And there's their route through. As you can see, they've had to work extremely hard for it right from the first round. 3 matches have almost touched the hour mark. That quarter-final was a particularly good win against the new Chinese pair. But, they've had to work hard, and they've certainly earned their chance at this final. And there's Mads Conrad, 29 years of age now, just below their highest ranking at 8. They've been as high as 7. Yeah. And they're a pair that have really come through. Mads Conrad started his younger days. He was European singles champion at junior level. Converted to doubles, and what a good decision that was. And Mats Kolding also was more of a mixed specialist when he first started, but again converted to doubles. Both of them have proved the coaches right by asking to concentrate on the men's doubles, becoming a really dangerous combination at world level. As I say, current European champions, and really looking to establish themselves. There's their route. The only real problem they had was that first round match, and not really a surprise, Hendry Setuan. Quite a useful player to play in the first round, former Olympic and world champion. Probably not the first round you want with Tan Boon Hyun, former world #1 with his former partner Koo. Tricky little first round match that is, but after that it's been relatively plain sailing, you'd have to say, and they looked very good in the semi-final yesterday against the Russian pair.
And a very convincing win also in the quarterfinal against Huang Kai-shang and Wang Yilu.
Yeah, and there's the history. It's 4-1 to Conrad and Kolding. And the last meeting was that European Championships final, which was 3 sets. It was hard fought. But as I say, always a lot of pride when the Danish players play each other. And Steen, you'll know a lot more about that than me.
Yeah, they've been joking around a little bit in the Danish media and saying that it could be a really good match, but it could also be a very tactical affair and quite messy, as we discussed earlier in the men's singles, because they know each other so well and they know which buttons to push. So let's hope it's going to be the good match edition that we get here today. As we saw in the road to the final, Astrup and Rasmussen, they've had clearly the tougher road to the final, and I think Kolding and Conrad, they looked really well also in the semi-final we saw yesterday. So still have the seniors as favorites in this match.
Good shot. It's always interesting for me. I mean, obviously they know each other's games very, very well. So, yeah. I mean, yes, it's a tactical battle, of course it is, but probably it's more psychological at the end of the day.
A lot is psychological. I mean, coming into this court, I'm sure that Mass, they feel that they should win this tournament. This match here, they don't have that much to win. I mean, of course, they try not to think this way, but they are going to think this way. They can't help it. This is a match they need to win. Whereas Kim and Anders probably look at it as a quite good tournament. Yeah, that's going to be interesting.
Well, it always surprises me when he looks so surprised at the service, just because it's a fairly regular occurrence, really.
It's quite simple. It's a fault every single time.
Yeah.
He's not the only player.
Yeah, no.
It's a fault every single time. So,
but the surprised look always does make me laugh a little bit, because he does get called quite a lot, and yeah. Whereas with this guy, it's pretty difficult for him to get it above his waist, you have to say. It'd be quite awkward for him, no?
That looked a little bit nervous.
It did.
Yeah.
I was going to say the same thing.
Wasn't keen to hold the shuttle long.
But as you say,
time.
it's a free shot for the younger pair, really. It's a free shot. They've got to be treating this as the pressure's on the other guys. Let's go on there and let's cause some problems.
Yeah, and the thing about the longer matches and the tough opposition that they've faced here, Astrup and Rasmussen, is that it also sort of gets your game going. So you could play yourself into form here. I mean, they've had a long run where they haven't played tournaments, and Anders Rasmussen has recently become a father. I think it's less than a month ago, in late February, he became a father to a young son.
Any particular matchups that you think will be critical here?
Yeah, like we saw yesterday, Mads Conrad will be coming forward to the net, and how Astrup and Anders Rasmussen, how they're going to deal with that, that's going to be crucial. And then if they can get their defense going, they've been practicing a lot on the defense, and that should help them here. But again, we've seen that you can't play too defensively here in this hall. You have to look for the opportunity.
Yeah, certainly the players. I mean, this is a quick hall.
Yeah.
For this level of tournament, you know, it's quite compact as a venue, and which in many ways makes it into a hall for the attacking players. Really, normally you'd expect this week to be for the attacking players, and we've just seen that in the men's singles.
Yeah.
Chia Tien Chen, attacking player coming through, winning the event, is quite logical, I think, here. Yeah, again, it's a service fault. Service judge here trying to lay down the law early on. I think there was a little confusion because the service was also short.
So they should have lost 2 points.
Pretty evident right from the start that neither pair wants to give the attack. They prefer to go flat rather than lift and take the chance.
Yeah. I think Mads Kolding has started out a little bit nervous here.
Well, that's what we saw a lot of yesterday. Was the player of the day for me yesterday was Mads Conrad. I thought his mid-court to forecourt play yesterday was really exceptional. Yeah. And that was just a little example of it again there. He made it look simple, but he'd read the play. He'd come out off the centre position. He'd read the play, came out, took the straight, finished it. Very, very good play.
Astrup and Rasmussen keeping the attack on Kolding, not because his defense is not good, but because Conrad is more used to turning it around and coming forward. So, good idea. Once in a while, though, you have to target Conrad in the attack, I think.
I guess from this side, I guess it's Astrup who needs to get in and compete with Conrad in the front court. Is that fair?
Yes, it is, and that's why we see Mads trying to play soft in front of Rasmussen to sort of do the same as the other pair is trying to do to them.
Just out the side. Right idea though, again trying to keep it flat. If he keeps it flat there, it allows Conrad to come up on the cross court as well, so it's a logical tactic. Oh, that's good.
Good interception. Very alert by Kim Astrup there, knowing that Conrad probably tried to play past him in his backhand side.
Yeah, it's good thinking, because his natural tendency as a left-hander would be to drift towards the left side.
Yeah.
So he's done well to hold his position straight there and take it around the head.
It's a trait of left-handers when you see them as front court players. They tend to be more oriented towards their forehand side.
It's out the back. They'll know that. They've had a lot of tough matches in here. They'll know that it's harder to control from this end. Still got a chance to get to the mid-game interval with a healthy lead, though.
Wow.
Short. Well short.
Almost went downwards all the way, that serve.
Well, it was nervy, wasn't it? Looks like he was almost struggling to let go of the shuttle.
Yeah.
As you say.
Yeah, he's nervous. He's definitely nervous.
Yeah, he's the one on the court that seems to be affected by this situation at the moment. So it's the younger pair, Astrup and Rasmussen, who get to the mid-game break with a healthy 4-point lead, you'd have to say. It's a quick-moving game, though, only 7 minutes to get to the mid-game interval. Key so far is probably the nervy start from Kolding, you'd have to say. He's not creating the opportunities for Conrad to get forward in the court.
Yeah, and the service situation, Astrup and Rasmussen is... they're not necessarily winning it, but they're not losing it as much as they could fear.
That's a good serve.
Oi.
It's a little bit the same as yesterday, isn't it, though? When the big guys are a little bit nervous and their coordination's a little bit affected, they look really clumsy. You know, we saw it with Ivanov yesterday, didn't we? You're exposed as a big, tall guy, I have to say, in that situation. If you are a little bit tense and your coordination's a bit out, it can look a little bit ungainly.
Great third shot from Kim Astrup.
Yeah, serving really well. That's a big key as well at the moment. It's giving himself opportunities to take the third shot. I think if I was the Mads, I think I'd be looking to push past him at the moment, get into the rallies. They've let him take the third shot again, and they've got the attack again.
Yeah, push the first service return and then block the next one. That might be the medicine.
Yep. Well, a bit surprised he's gone for the flick there. He's won 3 points straight on the short serve. Be looking for him really to keep the pressure on with the short. I know they're trying to push Conrad off the net, but having said that, you know, when you're on a run with short serve, keep it going.
I think, I still think it's good to put in the variation. I just think maybe it's an idea to flick a little bit higher. Conrad is a good smasher, but he's not the hardest hitter, so I wouldn't mind him trying to sort of hit hard smashes. Instead, you give him a chance of jumping into a steep smash.
Oh, that's the second time. It's a simple short serve. It's been called for being struck above the waist. It'd be interesting to get a look at that, actually, Steen.
Yeah.
It's poor lift from Conrad going cross there. A little bit too flat, too short. Not giving his partner time to get into defensive position.
Totally sells him out, and it makes Kolding look a little bit a little bit stupid in the defense. But it really was the cross lift that was way too short.
No, he was totally exposed. And again, it's Kim Astrup on the front court making the difference. Good serve. Using his left hand to intercept the third shuttle.
That was a good service return there. There was the push that he was suggesting.
Yeah, taking Astrup out the game on the front court looks the way to go for me. Wow. The younger pair dominating this so far, you'd have to say. 8-point gap, I certainly wasn't expecting that. But they've been well worth it so far. Yeah, missed it, but the right shot again. Taking it away from Conrad, not going straight.
Yeah, trying to block the third shots and maintain control.
And also they're trying to block the third shots in front of Kolding rather than Conrad. I mean, it's good tactics.
That was the better serve for Kolding there. Held it a little bit longer. Oi, miss hit.
Not strings, no, no.
No,
just
it was
a complete miss hit. That's a good serve again. Yeah, gradually finding his feet, isn't he?
Yeah, and he's sort of beginning to make his way into this match. Match calling often happens when you get quite a, when you suffer quite a big deficit in the game. Sort of relaxes a little bit. Say, hey, it's not going well. I mean, can't get any worse, so I might as well loosen up.
Yeah. Very noticeable they are looking to attack Kolding, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't normally expect to go cross-court there with the smash, but there's a reason for it. They feel that Kolding's a little bit tense, maybe gripping the little bit racket a little bit harder than normal, making it harder for him to control the defence. And it's game points already.
Swinging for that one as well.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be.
Well, game points have arrived quite rapidly, really, here.
Again, play by Mats Conrad. Excellent play.
Yeah.
That cross net drop turns everything around.
But he's not had many opportunities, has he?
No.
They've kept the shuttle away from him in those positions, and that's been stressing the more experienced pair.
Oh, that's
just clipped the line.
Correct call, I'm afraid.
Long, hard look at the umpire, but I think the call was good.
But important for Mass and Mass to sort of get the game going here, even if they should lose the first game.
Yeah, points here help the confidence, that's for sure. That was a poor miss really from Rasmussen in the front court. Having said that, in this first game he's not been in that position many times. It's been Kim Astrup coming forward the whole time.
Play again.
Really good.
By Conrad, and a little bit lacking in the follow-up from Kim Astrup.
Yeah, hesitated a little bit into that. Moved to
no, it was actually well played by Conrad. Took the speed out of that shot.
It's more what we saw yesterday, isn't it? Semi-final against the Russian pair. Oh, that's it. First blood to the younger pair, Astrup and Rasmussen. 21 points to 17. There we have it, 15 minutes. Certainly a quick-moving first set. No real consistent long rallies, but we probably expected that. A lot of mid-court and front-court battles.
Even got a little Danish music in the arena here in the interval.
Is that right? Oh,
yeah.
Good planning. Well, what do you think they'll be saying there, Steen?
Yeah, I think they'll be looking to continue the good run, get a good grip on Kolding, make sure that they are sort of proactive. They haven't won anything yet, so if they get too defensive in their thinking, they're going to let Mass and Mass into the game, and they're probably going to be thinking that, hey, we got to win this service situation, we got to have the attack.
And for Kolding and Conrad?
Yeah, that was the last part
to get in there. Yep. Serve and return. which is their strength normally.
Yeah.
That's a good serve again and a good third shot as well. I'm surprised they're going to the left-hand side there against the left-hander with the third shot.
Yeah.
It's the natural movement for a left-hander to take that third. Oh, good defense. Oh, just out. They'd created the space though, you have to say. Same tactic. Any attacking opportunities, look for Kolding.
Yeah, the problem is that when you, for so long, have to execute a certain tactic, then you risk sort of getting the player that you're targeting, getting that player warm, so to speak.
Playing them into form.
Yes. But it's been on the sort of the red pair's game plan so far.
That's I mean, I don't know Kim Astrup very well, but I've watched him play for over a number of years. And even when actually he wasn't that good a player for me, he was always a very confident player. He's always believed in himself. He's always backed himself.
Yeah.
And I think technically he's improved a lot. I think his defence has improved a lot. And that confidence is now serving him really well.
He's become much stronger as well. He's struggled with his shoulder.
Okay.
But got a very, very good eye for the game.
There again, really good play from the mid-court. Rack it up, looking for the opportunities. And again, they've got a really good start in this second game, and it's on Kim Astrup's serve.
Yeah, and the message is, hey, that's calling. It's up to you to beat us.
Yeah, and they're still looking for Kolding, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really looking for him the whole time. They realise he's a bit nervous here.
Yeah.
And they're just keeping the game plan going, which is really good. Good thinking. Good execution. Good serve. That's in. I was going to say that's going to go long.
That's correction.
Oh, correction, it is out. I was going to say that did surprise me that when the lines judge called that one in. Umpire obviously thought it was a clear mistake. It's the only situation in which he can overrule. And it's a big point. That's a big point.
It's a big point, but it's also one of the odd situations when it's two pairs that know each other from the daily practice, because sort of the discussions between them, the celebrations, they are not as big as if it was opponents from other countries and so on. You'd be celebrating much more. You'd be much more happy and showing your feelings. These guys, they won the Thomas Cup together. They're part of a special group of 10 players, so they're polite to each other, and maybe that's something that Kolding and Conrad needs to get rid of.
No, that's in. That's in, and again, it's intelligent play from Astrup, but you have to question pushing down his left-hand side of the court is a dangerous tactic. He does anticipate well being left-handed down that left-hand side of the court. That will give them confidence as well, because with the fault serves, he's not actually served that well, Rasmussen. No. So to win a point on his serve is almost a bonus at the moment.
But they've been doing really well in playing the third shot to the net whenever it was Kolding that was at the net. That's what Astrup and Rasmussen have been doing well.
Yep.
But it was pretty much the same situation in the European final, European Championships in 2016 in France. And eventually Mads Kolding got his game going, so let's see if he can change it around.
It's better serve. That's good.
Shot.
Well placed. Good power, good angle, good precision. Again, the longer rally might help to settle his nerves a little bit. Got to hit a lot of shuttles there in places that he likes to be in the rear court. Maybe build a bit of confidence with that. It was a better serve from him as well to start the rally. That's
great
good.
follow-up. First, good coverage by Rasmussen, backhand side of the net, and then a good follow-up by Kim Astrup.
That's good, and that's what I like to see in men's doubles, both of them finishing in the net position.
Yeah.
They were both in front of the service, short service line at the end of that rally. That's really good aggressive play. Oh, that's not so good.
And there was one of those lifts again. Cross lift, totally selling your partner.
Yeah, giving his partner no chance to get into position. Still got a healthy lead here though, 10-6. They can get to the interval. That's a good lift. Yeah, good play. A well-controlled rally, you have to say. Didn't force the attack. Kept control of the net position. And again, it's Astrup and Rasmussen who take a 5-point lead into the mid-game interval. 11-6, that's a healthy lead in men's doubles. Look how deep they are in the court, in the defence. Yeah, Conrad having to come from a long way back to try and make that shot.
And that's what he needs to do. I mean, it's of course he made a mistake on it, but he needs to challenge and create some opportunities. Interesting to see whether stamina will be an issue here. Kim Astrup has battled some bad stomach this week. Been joking a little bit about it, where they had dinner and so on, because Conrad and Mads Kolding have probably been a little bit more adventurous in their choice. Mads Kolding is very keen on cooking himself, so very good to cook.
That's a good serve. That's out. Good thinking. Flick serve.
And this is where you'd see a much bigger reaction.
Yeah.
Had it been foreign opponents.
Yeah. Well, you almost feel a couple more points here, and they're almost there. No, no, can't go flat there with Conrad in the front court position. It's too good there.
This is a really crucial time for both pairs, but especially also for Kim Astrup and Anders Rasmussen, because now they can they feel that, okay, maybe we should win this, and they cannot change the way that they played so far.
That's just out. He was beaten by the flick. It was deceptive, but it's just from this quicker end drifted out the back of the court.
And we saw it yesterday also that Mads and Mads, they're capable of scoring points really quick when the game goes well.
Yeah. because he can finish points like that.
Yeah. Good service return.
One shot.
Good service return by Kolding. Injects pace into it, then Rasmussen sort of pushes back, and that is to the advantage of Conrad and Kolding, in my opinion.
Yeah, but that's 2 service errors, and they just can't afford that with the gap they've got.
No.
You know, the flick out the back, the short serve in the net, and suddenly it's a 6-point advantage again. Flick again.
Another flick.
That's good. Yeah, read it well, got in quickly.
Broke the string.
Yeah, heard it go early in the rally there.
Rasmussen.
It's gone there. Can't do a lot when your string's gone there. Can't control that block. Well, they need a run of points. Someone's going to have to step up here and really serve well to get them back in this.
Indecision.
Yeah, but it's a clever return though, because it was a good serve. Took it early, blocked it off and put the pressure back on the server.
And it also seems a little bit like he's not trusting his serve, Kolding, because he was a little bit surprised himself that it was so good.
Oh.
Whoa!
Out. Wow. That's the sort of point they need. They need to be able to get out of those holes at the moment. They're just hanging on here. You have to say a little bit lucky to win that point, but now they need to use it.
Great rally by Mass and Mass.
Yeah.
Great tactical rally.
Did well to get out of that. They were under a lot of pressure at the beginning of that rally with Conrad at the front of the court.
They had their chances there at Conrad and Kolding, and I feel that Anders Rasmussen is not blocking as many shots as he did in the first game. He's pushing, and that gives Conrad and Kolding a number of opportunities, in my opinion. I would direct a lot of shots his way.
Oh, good defense. But having said that, it was straight onto his defense, wasn't it? He was stood in a backhand defensive position and they hit straight into that zone. Anywhere else, it would have won the point. The gap back up to 6 points. Oh, that's a good block. Yeah, good response.
Excellent coverage by Conrad.
Yeah, we can see it here.
This one.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Rack it up. Good lesson for all young players out there. He played the block, got his racket up really quickly, and was able to intercept the push.
Oh, that was a high serve.
Oh, it's in.
Yeah.
But good thinking actually, because they saw Conrad coming forward.
Yeah, but I think it was more luck than than deliberate.
Well, it's out to 6 points again. They keep getting there, don't they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. Didn't try and force it. Not a great return, but Astrup not getting carried away, just making sure he got the shuttle going down.
Yeah, they really kept Kolding in attack grip, Astrup and Rasmussen.
Well, they're hanging on, but they've got to do it the hard way now. 13-19. They really desperately need a run of points on Conrad's serve. Good return.
Fantastic action there by Kim Astrup. It was a good service. It was just an even better return.
Yeah. And then quick to get back into position as well. Quick to get the racket up. Well, match points arrive, and it's 7 of them. Here we go. Oh, good way to finish. Great winner. All the stress comes out now. You can see how much that means to them. Beating the more highly ranked compatriots. And you have to say, from a tournament point of view, that's their biggest win so far in their career. German Open's the biggest title they've ever won.
Also looking at the players entered into this tournament, it's a great win.
Yeah, it was strong.
There's the dance.
He's almost thrown that out the stadium. The adrenaline's still flowing. No, but an excellent win for them, Steen, really. Tactically, they played very well. They kept Kolding out the game. He got nervous. There's confirmation of the score, 21-17, 21-13. In just 33 minutes, and to me, that's unexpected. But they played it very, very cleverly.
Yeah, and I think it was good performance throughout the tournament.
Wow. 33 minutes. It was, well, not a very long final today. First of all, we expected maybe a tough and a close game, but it looks everyone was nervous, wasn't it?
It was nervous. I think all 4 of us was kind of nervous, but I think we handled it quite well today. We are down 4-1 against them head-to-head, so I'm so happy that we could manage to control our nerves today and bring out the best of our game.
How important is it for you to win against these 2 guys who won last year the European Championship against you? I ask you.
Okay, it's very important. We always want to beat Mads and Mads. They are a world-class pair, number 8 in the world, and have done very, very well in this tournament. So we are very excited that we could beat them today. We are friends outside the court, so it's amazing that we came out on top today.
Thanks a lot. And it looks like it was an amazing week for you here in Germany. What do you think about it?
It's been a really good week. We've beaten some really good pairs along the way. Some who are chasing us, and some who are just in front of us. So we couldn't be more happy about this victory. Yeah, I'm really excited.
But I think you forgot something. You forgot to dance.
Oh yeah.
Each day you dance for us. So please make some music. We want to see you dance, only for a few seconds. Please do it for the audience. Oh my God. Thanks a lot. The new champions in Mülheim, Kim Astrup and Rasmussen. Thanks a lot.
Well, he doesn't maybe realize it on the score, but that's a money dance, because that's the clip that's going to be on all the Danish media sites. So good investment.
So, liebe Zuschauer, wir kommen jetzt direkt zur Siegerehrung für das Herren-Doppel und schon mal der Blick voraus, gleich dann auch das Mixed-Finale hier bei den Yonex German Open 2017. So, jetzt wird sich hinter dem Vorhang noch mal kurz positioniert und dann geht's rein in die Award Ceremony für das Herren-Doppel. So, meine Damen und Herren, begrüßen Sie die Sieger und Platzierten in der Konkurrenz Herrendoppel, Men's Double, Yonex German Open.
Yonex German Open 2017. The
Players coming back out onto court for the medal ceremony.
The prizes will be given by Yonex Chairman, Yonex International Corporation, and Eckhard Kapitän, City of Mülheim an der Ruhr.
Well, rankings were certainly not respected in that match.
Second place, men's
Runners
double.
up, the higher ranked.
From Denmark,
That's Conrad and
Pieler
Mats Kolding. Having said that, maybe tomorrow they'll get a bit of perspective and look at it and think, right, we had 5 matches, we're going into the All England next week, we've had lots of practice, we're in good form. And interestingly, next week they'll play the Russian pair who they beat in the semi-final in the first round next week in Birmingham, so they can also take some confidence away from that. So it's not all negative. I'm sure they'll be disappointed losing to the compatriots, but there are positives that they'll be able to pick travelling onwards towards Birmingham for next week's tournament.
And now, champions 2017 from Denmark, Kim Astrup and Skaarup Rasmussen.
And of course that's doubly true for these two. Certainly the biggest win of their career so far, German Open. They're getting their name on a trophy that's had some of the greats on. And again, what a confidence boost going into the All England next week.
There's going to be a lot of jokes in the dressing room here afterwards.
I always think the players have to be quick with that, though. It can turn around very quickly next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Get your shots in quickly now.
Hope that you don't meet the same pair for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Und jetzt wissen Sie, was kommt nach den Siegerfotos. Heißt es rein ins Getümmel auf unsere Ehrenrunde.
Yeah, good spirit on court.
Mülheim.
As you say,
Dennis Dynamite
Thomas Cup
in Germany.
heroes really last year in that amazing performance for Denmark to win their first ever Thomas Cup trophy.
Liebe Zuschauer, Sie gehen das so herrlich mit. Ich hoffe, das machen Sie auch jetzt. Das ist die Ehrenrunde der Doppelkonkurrenz.
The victory today was quite straightforward as it turns out in the end, but they've had 3 tremendous battles this week to get to the actual final. It's a really hard-fought victory and a well-deserved title. Well, yep, there's confirmation of what's happened so far today, and normally some of you might be turning on to watch a ladies singles final, but unfortunately Marin's had a recurrence of the hip injury that's been of some concern to her since the victory in the Olympic Games out in Rio. So we're moving on to the mixed doubles, and it's an all Chinese pair.